Round start is a little chaotic until the Zangief attempts to time his standing heavy punch to potentially intercept JP's mid-spacing options at that range. The Zangief backs up cautiously, but eats the set spike when trying the space with crouching heavy punch, possibly a misinput. LTG here could have hit with air medium kick during his jump and continued the combo, and I think this would have been a better idea than going for a reset here. In a situation like this, there is more than enough time to react as to which attack to use in the air.
I missed the grab. This bomb takes quarter life doing that.
As we see here, opponents have enough time to walk back out of grab range after blocking JP's crouching jab, which is -1 on block. The command throw did so much damage because of the punish counter bonus. It would have done more if the Zangief decided to use a stronger button since it was such a close range situation, but they probably thought using light SPD would guarantee the grab to reach. Zangief's Oki off of SPD is very limited, and relies on having stamina to drive rush, so if you know his options in that situation, you should be able to return to neutral or advantage shortly after recovery. LTG seems to try to jump out impatiently and eats a sweep for it. Impatience is a fast way to losing a lot of health, and it looks like LTG learns his lesson and doesn't try the counter out of a wake up on the next recovery. If the Zangief wanted to keep offense and still be safe to EX counter, he should have done crouching light kick, as he would have only been -3 after the counter triggers with JP too far away to threaten a strike throw mix-up. After anti-airing Zangief's jump attempt, LTG pushes him away with the EX ghost and the ground spike. In the Zangief's position, you can look to react to JP's projectiles since they all have 22 frames of startup or more. You don't need to act preemptively to approach a JP, so don't. Zangief jumped in with medium punch, which could have been a misinput. Using air down heavy punch would have hit LTG here. Watching JP and looking on the parry is important in situations like after being thrown with a tear out in between the two of you. You have enough time to react to both the spike trigger animation as well as the teleport, as well as differentiate them from the ghost throw. Take your time and be patient when you have to. LTG sets himself up to be whiff punished here by attacking with standing heavy kick outside of range. But the Zangief looks too frazzled from navigating the projectile zoning to take advantage of it. This would have been a huge opportunity for the Zangief to gain life lead, thus forcing LTG to be aggressive at some point or risk losing from time up. LTG feints at Zangief's standing heavy punch range to bait it out before neutral jumping looking for the punish. It looks like Zangief is trying to jump out after being knocked down. This is incredibly impatient. You don't have anything properly threatening you at this range. You can see LTG whiffing normal's full screen, which is an old tactic used to bait people into thinking you are committing to an attack they want to navigate around with something that could get them hit. But in my opinion, this shouldn't work on someone focused and paying attention, and I recommend against it.
How the fuck do you get a command grab after that?
LTG shows his lack of knowledge of basic frame data here, where every crouching jab besides Zangief's is -1 on block. JP's crouching jab is -1, but that still means if you recover after using crouching jab and it is blocked, and try to do another attack afterward, it will not beat the opponent's fastest options. Grab is universally 5 frame startup, so trying the tick throw off of a jab here leaves you open to retaliation. This won't be the last time that we see LTG make this mistake, be confused, and not bother to try and learn from or adapt to it over the matches with this Zangief player. The Zangief's Oki attempt here is lamentable. LTG probably thought that he had a comfortable amount of health to either eat another SPD or punish combo, and Zangief had a sliver of HP, so I think the chances that LTG would reversal here were very high. If the Zangief was looking for it this time and punished with a combo, he would have taken the round. Round start didn't look much better. Trying to avoid things in neutral by jumping over them is very risky, it should only be done occasionally. The Zangief hasn't learned not to spam jump yet, and lost about a quarter of his life because of it. Next we see LTG repeatedly feint to encourage a jump from Zangief, but instead commits to the command throw unintuitively. Even if he thought the Zangief wasn't going to take the bait, there were other things LTG could have done here instead to effectively hold advantage, without doing the one thing that would be the most risky for him to do. This really baffled me when I first saw it. Here Zangief cancelled jab in the SPD, probably on accident, but LTG jumps away instead of punishing, perhaps mistaking the animation for the start of the running grab somehow. Zangief preemptively jumps, again, and needs a projectile for it. LTG starts to look predictable with neutral jumping to avoid armor from Zangief, which the Zangief picks up on and answers with air SPD the third time LTG jumps. You can see him buffering the input for SPD while inching up, unafraid of what LTG might do on the ground, since LTG showed he wasn't about to commit to grounded spacing. When the Zangief rushes forward with the D-hop, LTG correctly assumes the 720 is coming. It would be lethal in this scenario, so the Zangief should be looking to shut down LTG's attempts to avoid it, rather than actually go for the 720. Well, that's it for match 1 of 3. This was educational, but the next matches are better. Post your questions or words of inspiration in the comments. Except to be notified for the next analysis video.